Hello, calculus students. One of your classmates was asking a question from your homework, and I was looking at it and came to the conclusion that I could see how this could be very difficult to understand if you look at the view and example, because it's using a lot of function notation. And the function notation is beautiful and it's very well explained, but it may be a little bit overwhelming for you. So I'm going to show you without function notation, and then it would honestly be a good idea to go back and look at the function notation in the view and example to be able to make the two relate and help you to understand how it works with the function notation as well. So here's an example, and I'm not going to use so much of the function notation. So part A is the derivative of u times b. Well, this would be the product rule. So it would be the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. Again, I'm not using function notation. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible in appearance. Part B would be the quotient rule, which would be the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom divided by the bottom squared. That's a V on the bottom. Okay. This one, look at part C completely independent from part B. This would be the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom divided by the bottom squared. And part D, this is just a constant -4 in the front of your variable. So it would just be -4v prime minus 3u prime. So there's your derivatives. Now the question wanted you to evaluate these at the function value of 0, and it gave you all of this information. So now I'm not in function notation, so this could have been like u of x, but I just wrote the u. So u of 0 is 9, and so this would be 9. And v prime at 0 would be -9. V at 0 is 8, and u prime at 0 is 5. So that would end up just being a -81 plus 40, which would be a -41, which is what they want as the answer. So you're evaluating it at the value 0. So your answer is a number or a numerical answer. So part B would be V, or really V at 0. So this would be 8. And then u prime at 0 would be 5 minus u evaluated at 0. And then v prime evaluated at 0. All over v squared, or v at 0 squared, which is 8 squared. And so you would just simplify that and come up with your answer. So you can see it's not that difficult when you calculate it not using the function notation. But really, the v is like v of x or v of 0. And the u prime would be like du dx at 0. But I'm just using a much simpler notation, again, trying to make it more understandable so you don't feel overwhelmed when it comes to evaluating these functions and applying all of your rules of differentiation. So again, I hope that kind of gives you a jump start on how to work those. And then later, after you've done this work and you have all your answers correct, you may want to go back and then look at the view and example and see how it compares to the shorter notation of not using function notation, so you can fully understand the notation being involved. That's about it. I hope you guys have a great day.